Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new, welcome. My name is Sammy. I'm the owner of Strength by Sammy. I'm a registered dietitian, a women's health coach, and a bikini physique athlete. This week is going to be all about being 8 weeks out from stage for my first OCB bikini physique competition. And for those of you who've been there from the start, it's crazy to me that I'm coming into 8 weeks right now and how far I've come so far. I really went through a transitional period. I didn't know if this was the show I was going to do. I changed federations during this prep, and it's just been a wild ride. However, I have really exciting news going into how my physique is coming out. I am leaner than ever, new low yesterday morning. Haven't done new measurements yet, but we'll be sharing them on this video. As always, before I really get into how my week has been going, I want to share with you guys updates. So step count to start is exactly the same, still 14,000 steps every single day. Cardio is still the same, 30 minutes every day after lifting, so 5 days of 30 minutes, and then one full day of an hour on the Stairmaster. And then I'm still keeping my same split as I have from the beginning, 5 days of lifting, 3 days of lower, 2 days of upper. And now calories, that is where things have gotten hard. So on my training days, well, scratch that. For all of my days, I am now eating about 1,400 calories, which is really hard. I've never, ever been this low, this far out from stage. Like usually I'm around 1,400, like 6 to 4 weeks out. Usually about 1,600 this time. However, the OCB I've learned is all about being lean. I actually went to my first show this past weekend and I could spot the winner from a mile away. She was super, super lean, had the exact hourglass figure that they're looking for the bikini division. And I learned very quickly I need to be the leanest I have ever been in my entire competition career. So where are my macros? My macros on training days are still 140 grams of protein. This is going to stay steady. I've already told you guys that. Still 114 grams of protein. This is going to minimize me losing muscle, and it's going to help me kind of maintain as much as possible as I drop weight and drop fat going into such a severe deficit. I am down to 150 grams of carbs on my training days, which currently feels like a lot when I tell you my rest days, but it's not practically anything at all. I have to be very sparingly with my carbs throughout the day. And then my fats are down to 37 grams on a daily basis for training days, which is very, very low. I don't even know what a condiment is practically at this point other than sugar-free ketchup because everything else I like to use has a lot of fat. So no mayonnaise for me for the next 8 weeks, which is sad because it's like my favorite condiment, which probably is going to gross a lot of you out. I think this is totally off tangent. I think I like mayonnaise because it's creamy, but there's no dairy in it. I'm not saying it's good for you, but I am dairy free. So any of those creamier dressings, etc., that you would use, like ranch or other like Alfredo sauces, I don't get to use, or I could buy dairy free, but I think they're disgusting if I'm being honest. So I do my mayonnaise. I make like my chicken salads, my tuna salads. I put it in some other stuff, and I really like it. So side note, that's why I like mayonnaise. My rest days now. So my rest days are 150 grams of protein, 100 grams of carbs. I was like 100 and nope, just 100 grams of carbs. This is so low. I mean, I've done it before, but it's really, really low for me. And then about 45 grams of fat. So fat's bumped up a little bit, but carbs are much lower. Timing of meals has mattered a little bit more now too. So I'm currently just finishing up with my morning clients. I have not had breakfast yet. I'm not saying this is the best thing to do, but when you're in a calorie deficit, I use fasting to my advantage. I don't really follow a strict fasting regimen, but what I do is I just wait until I get home from my morning clients to have my first meal. If I do have a longer spread of morning clients, I might eat something like a slice of toast or some berries or just something to hold me over. But as of right now, I'm just drinking water and some coffee. Not great for my digestive tract, but it keeps me going throughout the day because now I can go home, have a heavy carb meal, wait about 30 minutes, and then hit the gym. And then after my workout, I have a nice, big, well-rounded meal. So high protein after my workout. I also am going to add some carbs, lots of veggies, something that's going to keep me full. And that's my first real big meal of the day. Today I have legs, so I'm going to share that with you guys. First leg day of the week. It's going to be as heavy as I can get it. Then I'm going to be doing some cardio. I am still breaking up my sessions, as I've mentioned in my previous video, and then some posing practice, probably getting in some measurements. And yeah, and I'll just kind of update you guys throughout the day. So far, the biggest challenge for me is it's so stupid. It's not the food, it's not the workouts, it's the steps, because 14,000 steps is not something someone working in a small space, as you can see, gets in an average day. So I have to go out of my way to go on multiple walks like every hour. So I have to set timers. I have to just go out of my way to do it. If I don't, I get stuck going for an hour, hour and a half walk at night, usually alone, usually in the rain, or I just go to the gym and walk, which is my least favorite thing to do. So I'm going to try my best to get my walks in earlier throughout the day. I have a big gap between my evening clients. But yeah, we'll see if I can actually get it in for one.
So here's my first meal of the day. We got some strawberries, some oatmeal, 40 grams of oatmeal and 100 grams of strawberries, technically 103. I'm gonna eat this quick and then I'm gonna go for my first walk.
Okay, so like I said earlier, sorry I was whispering, my boyfriend's still sleeping. He works second shift, so he gets home pretty late. I had my little oatmeal, my strawberries. As you saw, I literally measure everything pretty much as close as I can. Like, as you may have seen, my strawberries were 3 grams over that 100-gram mark. I will put that in the tracker because that is how important and how like strict things need to be. Going for a big walk right now. Originally I was gonna go for like a 30-minute walk, but my boyfriend told me he's not going to the gym with me today. He's taking a rest day. So I figured I'll go for probably like an hour-long walk right now, then go home, eat like a rice cake, some peanut butter, hit the gym with some legs, nice and heavy, and come home. I'm currently working on some new t-shirts, actually sweatshirts, which is what I'm wearing right now for my brand. So I'll probably do that for a little bit today, and then I have to go back for clients later. I think filming this for you guys is going to keep me more accountable about getting my steps in early, because typically I am terrible about doing them. I was at 400 steps when I started this walk. So my goal is to be at least 5,000 by the end of this walk. Let's see if I can
So I'm just getting back from my walk and I'm at about 6,000 steps, which is roughly where I wanted to be. Like I said, my goal was 5,000. I got 6,000, so I'll take that. Now I'm gonna go home, eat something, go to the gym, and probably go for another walk in about another hour or two. Okay, so I take about a half a scoop of pre-workout before the gym, and then I'm going to do a full scoop of EAAs, which are essentially all the amino acids that are essential to the body, but we have to get through diet. It includes the BCAAs and then includes all the other amino acids that you need that your body doesn't make, so the 9 essential amino acids. I am taking them only because I really like the flavor. I'm eating plenty of protein, so I should be getting all the amino acids I need, but I like adding them in for my workout. They give me an extra little boost, even if it's just placebo. So here's a little preview of my pre-workout snack. I do 2 tablespoons of PB Fit. I actually then add water to the PB Fit so it's creamy like a regular peanut butter. And then I add this to a caramel rice cake. I just want a little bit of carbs, something that's really gonna push me through my workout. It's just enough and helps me fuel properly. And let's dive right into my leg day. So I always start up with a dynamic warm up. Right now I'm just doing some banded deadlifts. I also do some banded squats. I do a variety of a warm up depending on how I'm feeling that day. So today I did I would say 10 or so reps of each and then 2 sets. And then I went into some lunges and I do some stretching, just overall warming up my legs. This is super important for my lifts. I did want to go heavy today because I was feeling really energetic. So making sure I'm priming my muscles properly, making sure I'm warming up my joints, and making sure everything feels good is going to be optimal for having a good workout. Typically, I do my best to warm up the muscles that I'm going to be using, so I actually am going to start with a squat today. Therefore, the first thing I did was start with a squat movement. If I was going to do a deadlift, then I would have started with that. Now, I took out a lot of my barbell work just for safety reasons. Being in a severe calorie deficit is going to impact my strength. Therefore, I want to use machines that are going to have a little bit more stability and I can push. I actually got up to about 110 on my hack squat, which I haven't done for a while, just being very depleted, and I did it for a decent amount of reps. I also leg pressed today and I got up to 230, which was awesome, but you guys are gonna see how my strength very quickly failed on this. So I did a few sets with the 180, went up to 230, and then kind of bombed that there. But that's okay. I really didn't expect myself to push to failure. I try not to do it too much in a prep, but I was really feeling my strength today, but unfortunately still got to failure on this one. and then finished it up with a little bit of calves. I also did a leg extension and some core, just didn't get a chance to film that for you guys. Holy shit, I just had probably the best workout of my prep. I pushed it hard on my hack squat. I went up to like 110, which doesn't sound like a lot, but when you're eating 1,400 calories for the past month or so, like it's a lot for me. Got up to 230 on my leg press. You guys will see this. I totally failed, but I got up there for a decent amount of reps. Went up on my calf raises. My calves were looking pretty meaty, which is a really hard area for me to grow. Did some leg extensions, went up on that, and then some core. I am winded. I am tired. I'm gonna go eat now. My big first meal of the day. Like I said, I had a rice cake before this. I had my oatmeal before this, but now I'm gonna have a solid meal right now with some high protein. And this is my post-workout meal. So I'm about to run out of the chicken I've meal prepped for the week. My boyfriend and I share our chicken, so we go through it pretty quickly. I'm just gonna share with you guys how I meal prep my chicken. I use a pressure cooker, which I've actually never used until my boyfriend and I started dating. But yeah, it works pretty quickly. So as you can see, I put all my breast in there. I'm now gonna add some water, some seasoning, and I'll show you guys what I do. So I put chili powder, I do paprika, onion powder, garlic powder. I think that's everything I put in. And then I do a decent amount of water. When my boyfriend meal preps it, he does like 2 cups. I think I have like 3 cups here. I personally think I make the chicken a lot more tender. That might be up for debate, but yeah, I kind of like it when I make it better. But don't get me wrong, I love when someone meal preps for me. So I'm still really new to using this thing. I pretty much just hit poultry and for an hour and then just starts. Under my impression, that's just all it does. I am very concerned that I'm gonna explode it because if it doesn't unpressurize, you can like explode the top. Personally, I haven't done that yet, so I think I'm doing something right. So that will cook. I'll probably come home and have that. I have like 1 serving of chicken left for today. I'm also gonna do some scallops and I'll share what else I get for my protein. Totally almost forgot to film this for you guys. I ate like half of it. So I have a rice, scallop, chicken, veggie bowl that I'm eating before I go to work, just something to really fill me up. I was debating getting cardio in before work, but I'd rather go to work a little bit more energetic. And if I do cardio, it's just gonna completely deplete me. So I will hit cardio tonight when I get out, and I'll probably be getting out around 7:30. So probably 8 o'clock cardio tonight, unfortunately, but sometimes that's just how it is. So I just finished up with some of my evening clients. I still have 2 more for the rest of the day, but I have a big gap right now. So 1, I'm at about 10,000 steps. I'm gonna go for a quick walk right after I do some measurements to get extra steps in. I'm doing really good today. I have 4,000 steps left, which should be really easy. Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to go back to the gym after my last client to get in my cardio. However, it should be quick, 30 minutes, get in, get out, get that shit over with. I'm gonna share my measurements with you guys this week. So right now, I was sitting at like 117 yesterday, so I'm gonna use that since that was my new low. I am about to be on my period, so I'm a little bloated, I'm a little crampy, I'm a little moody, but I'm always moody on prep if I'm being honest. So we're gonna go with body fat, we're gonna go with some measurements, and we'll see exactly how everything's going. So anyone who's followed other competitors probably know that you will typically lose your period during competition. And while I have lost my period in the past, actually not from competing, just unhealthy habits I had when I was younger, I don't really lose it anymore. I usually am late the month of my actual competition. So this is saying my body fat is down to 17.9. That is a new low. I think I was 19 last time I did this. Sorry, so I'll get back to what I was saying, but that's awesome. 17.9, I'll take it. This thing, like I said, not super accurate, but super consistent. I started at 20 or 21, I went down to 20. I've been hovering at 19 and now I'm down to 17.9. So losing your cycle with competing. I typically only get a late period the month of competition. if that. I've had it where I hadn't even lost it at all, or like didn't even have a delay in it. But I really do my best to have high priority of healthy fats. I eat all my micronutrients. My vegetable intake is really good. I prioritize my sleep. Now that may seem like why is sleep important, but sleep is where your hormones are regulated. So if I do my best to just kind of check off all the boxes, even though I am in a severe calorie deficit, I'm still optimizing recovery, repair, fueling my body to the best that I can, and it really does help minimize losing my cycle. Losing your cycle is not a good thing. It can cause bone problems, other metabolic problems, etc. Obviously, infertility can be a problem, but that's not what this is about. So I am gonna have my period. I do expect my weight to go up, which it already has. This morning I was up a little bit, and then it's gonna probably jump back down. So I'm expecting to go up like probably 119, 120. I do usually gain a few pounds when I'm on my period, and then I'm gonna expect it to go to like 116, maybe even 115 by the end of next week. Measurements. Okay, so we're gonna go with my waist, which has been pretty small lately, but I am bloated. So we're gonna go 26.5, about the same where it was last time. Praying my glutes are also the same as last time. So I have my glutes are at 37.75. Last time I measured them was 37.5, but I felt like I didn't really have a glute pump, so I have a glute pump from today maybe, even though I did a more quad focused day, but definitely possible. And legs have finally dropped to 21.75, which is my dominant leg, and about 21.25. I do have a ½ inch difference between my left and my right. Left is my dominant, which is crazy because I'm right-handed. So overall, drops in my glutes, drops in my legs. I'm seeing this in a lot of my posing videos, which I'm gonna share here with you guys. Now you pretty much know how things are going and what my updates are like. I am right on track where I should be. I would like to be very lean. I am hoping to be in the single digits for body fat. That is my goal. Will I see it? I'm not sure. I've never really hit that before, so this will be a first time. My waist is not down, which I was hoping it was, but I also am gonna contribute that right now to hormones and my period because I am definitely hormonal. If it's not down by next week, well, I'm just gonna keep doing what I'm doing because sometimes that's how progress is. Sometimes it's a straight shot down, sometimes it's plateau, down, back up, back down, back up, back down, and it happens all the time. I will keep you guys posted with that. I only have one meal left for the day, so something I'll do to kind of fill in what I'm gonna be having. I have a hot tea with me right now. I have some water. I'm not really gonna eat anything while I'm at work. I'm probably gonna just do some electrolytes while I do cardio to replenish those when I sweat during cardio. And then I'll probably go home, have a nice big last meal. Probably will be like some chicken, some carbs, not much though. I think I have like 20 grams of carbs left for the day and then about 30 to 40 grams left of protein. I'll share right here what my averages are for the day. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Again, I'm 8 weeks out from stage. Things are getting closer and closer. Next time you see me, I'll probably be even leaner because at this point in competing, changes go so drastically all the way till stage. So fine tuning. I'll also have some posing practice. Hopefully I'll be able to film that this upcoming weekend for you guys and share it in my next YouTube. Thanks again for watching. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day.